Hey, welcome to Upshifts Creek. We are so glad you found us here. My name is Jana. I am a former pastor and relationship coach of 25 years, turned creative entrepreneur, and doing this work here and unpacking the wild ride along the way. I was joined by some lovely ladies, and we wanted to resurrect that medicine. And I got the privilege of dissecting every little bit and piecing it all back together and learning editing in the process. Welcome to the episodes before the podcast. The long hours and energy and heart that was put into this work. I'm so honored to bring this work to life so that you guys are back to life so that you guys can enjoy it. Some of us started this work back in 2024, and then it went away late last year. So this is a dissected and pieced back together work of art, a stained glass window, if you will. We reflect on that in our wrap-up sessions. And we have a Wild and Wise season 1 coming soon. So stay tuned, stay connected, stay wild, and stay free. All of our socials and ways to stay connected will be linked in the description. And if you are in a place where you are ready to do some deep dive work, I do have a special place for that, and that is permissiontobe.org, where I hold that space for you. So if you would like to connect there, let's jump on over there. It would be my honor. Enjoy.
I had a lot of fun researching and looking at your guys' stuff, and I'm like, now that would take a long time is to learn all of your guys's every part of it. But like I want to encourage people to, use their resources because they're free for anybody to
Yeah.
use. I don't have access to anything that anybody else doesn't have access to, you know? So, yeah, that's really a part of why I wanted to do this. So I appreciate you guys letting me um, dig into your charts, and I'm really excited. So I kind of always look at asteroids as shadow work. You're using your astrology for shadow work. So obviously, like, um, I studied it a lot of my own chart, and I spent like hours and hours digging into it, and I found a lot of stuff in there that just like pretty much everything resonated in some way or another. But when I looked at it, I would have to like almost take myself to like a more meditative, grounded state and try to allow it to resonate. Because some stuff you're like, oh, I've never thought of that. Like I've never thought of that as a possibility. Or, maybe some stuff that comes up, I'm like, oh, that did used to be a shadow of mine. And I guess I like unintentionally must have worked through it because I remember there was a point in time where, that would have resonated with me and now it doesn't. So I think it's, with astrology and especially asteroids, it's a lot of like themes, right? So you want to look at it as like themes, and then you kind of translate that into how it fits into your life and like your day to day and things like that. So obviously, in astrology, I'm going to try to explain it the best way that I can, just for anybody who doesn't know the asteroids or how they work. But the normal astrology that people are used to looking at, it's like your planets, all the planets in that were, in the sky when you were born at the exact time, and how those create your personality and traits and behaviors and things like that. So asteroids are like think of them as like small like space rocks or like celestial bodies that orbit the sun. So that's the asteroids. And then when like astrologers find asteroids, they basically like study them and they name them after like gonna be like gods, goddesses, like mystical figures. Like it could go back to like Greek, Roman, Egyptian, but they essentially take the themes from the people that they're naming the asteroids after, if that makes sense. So like if you hear something come up for like Medusa, like a lot of people have heard of Medusa and like maybe this backstory behind it and what she represents. So that's how you kind of correlate the theme of the asteroid is based off of the name. And then where that asteroid shows up in your birth chart, then you can start to kind of fill in the gaps and get it to be more aligned to that specific person. Um, so um it's not like a mandatory thing in astrology. It's more of like a fun, like I like to go down rabbit holes sort of thing. And then you can see like shadows, you can see like feminine archetypes, masculine patterns, more like spiritual wiring, things like that. So it's like things that help you fill in the gaps from what you know with astrology, if that makes sense. So what I did for y'all, I know some people gave more than three, but like I said, this can go so deep. So I broke it down. I did three main themes for each person, and we can kind of just like openly um talk, and we can ask questions, or if we're talking about somebody's chart and it resonates with your chart, we can chat.
I'm excited.
Yes. So we're gonna start with Jennifer's. So for Jennifer's, I looked at witch wounds, love and desire, and goddess remembrance.
Those are good
Yes. And
ones.
then if you guys want to know like the origin story of the name that's in your sign, I have a little map. So I can kind of give you guys like a little origin background if there's anybody who you're like, oh, I haven't heard that name before. Like, what do they represent? Yeah, then you can, I have those answers for us. So, Jennifer, for your witch wound, this was, I'm curious to see how this resonates with you. But so you actually have Medusa in Aries, you have Lilith in Taurus, and you have Hecate in Taurus. So, some truths about your chart is it shows someone who's carried the burden of being misunderstood, feared, or dismissed just for being in your full power. So, with Medusa and Aries, there's history, maybe even like past life energy of some sort of punishment or rejection due to like you being too bold, intense, or considered like too much. Um, and then with the
I actually had the nickname Medusa
really?
because of my hair growing. Yes.
Okay, that's wild. So you also have Lilith and Hecate in Taurus. So that shows your body and energy field hold sacred truth, which I thought was also interesting because in your human design, somewhere it shows like you'd be called to like sacred geometry and things like that. And I'm like, that totally makes sense.
I've been hearing so much more about sacred geometry. Even the thing that I sent you today that I was talking
Mm-hmm.
to the architect about talks about the female archetype, how I've been drawn to Aphrodite and Mary Magdalene, and basically it told me that it's not just like that I carry the energy of it. He's like, you carry the
The code.
geometric code for
That's
it.
what I see when I
Yeah.
like saw this.
Yeah.
But it says that with that, you probably felt unsafe expressing the fullness of that at some point, some shape or form. So it's just like the sacred energy that you hold in general. Like maybe you felt some like suppression around that at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So it the like shadow there with that theme. So it says you may have learned that it felt safer to soften than to speak your truth in full force.
Yep.
But the cool thing is that we can also use asteroids to like understand how to like reframe it with your gifts, right? Or how to reclaim it or, you know, so that's really been helping me. So your gift reframe for this is that just knowing that your power lives in your presence and that you don't have to prove it. So when you embody your truth, people will feel it without you even having to like say anything. It's just like you're just living, being, and your energy shows it, period.
Yeah, that's been a theme definitely the last couple of days. A friend of mine even actually, I was having coffee with her and she actually said that to me, like, your power is in your presence.
I believe that.
I was like, oh, I will accept the recognition.
I feel like my mom has said that so many times about you too.
Yep. Sorry, I was just handed a street taco, and I was told that Kingston rated it the best street taco he's had. So, and it's number
Callie
2
has
right on the
good
camera.
Nice.
tacos.
Yeah. So, and she has been craving this, and we went someplace that had good reviews, and she was like, "Oh, that was terrible." So they're going back again for round 2. So that's what I was turning my head for. They were to me. But yes, that is most definitely my love.
Tacos? Oh.
No, Jennifer.
Oh.
And not Jennifer's
I'm like,
taco.
I love tacos
I've I've
too.
I've,
Not
I've
my
never
taco.
I've never had Jennifer's taco.
I verify that.
Well, speaking of Jennifer's taco, um, so the next one I looked at for you was love and desire. Um, so you have Eros in Taurus, Amor in Pisces, and Aphrodite in Gemini.
I think my Venus is in Gemini
Oh,
too.
So Aphrodite was
okay.
born from Seafoam. She's like unapologetically sensual. She doesn't chase, she magnetizes. Her power is rooted in self-possession and embodiment. Pretty ironic.
Man.
Yeah, and I know what that feels like because that's how I feel like when I'm teaching dance. I am
Mm-hmm.
just like fully in my sensual energy, and I feel like that's why my class is so powerful, is because it gives everybody in that room to own that. And I have watched those women own it, and it is so magical. And so I know what that feels like to like feel the power of
That's
that.
so awesome.
Yeah, and yeah, I was literally like, yeah, the girl who has embodiment dance classes, does human design embodied. Like, we're
Mm-hmm.
seeing some themes here for Jennifer for
Yeah,
sure.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay, so what this means, Eros in Taurus says that love has to be grounded, slow, and safe for you to trust it. So when I read this, I immediately thought of your fantasy that you told us about is just being loved on and treated like a goddess and like just appreciated. And I'm like, that's where that comes from. That desire.
Yep,
It needs to be
100%.
I
grounded,
love
slow,
that.
and
Yep.
safe, and you have to just be trusting it.
Mm-hmm.
Amor in Pisces points to emotional depth, but also has past patterns of over giving.
I'm getting better about that,
Good.
I think.
And then Aphrodite's in Gemini. It lights up when you're playful, curious, and mentally stimulated. You magnetize without effort when you're in your flow. So another theme there. So your shadow truth with these placements are you may have confused intensity with intimacy at times or felt like you had to give more than you had to receive something real.
Yep, 100%. I'm off that though. I'm over it. I'm not doing that
That's
anymore.
my girl.
It feels so good.
It's that. What did you do today? I
I
bead.
just
I
bead.
bead today.
I bead.
I bead today.
I'm just being.
I just bead.
So your like gift reframe for the shadow is that you're most magnetic when you're just being.
I feel like Jennifer, you're so in alignment right now. Just like ding.
So no performing, no
Walking away.
managing, and love that meets you in that space is your mirror. So the ones who meet you there, you don't have to change anything for anybody. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Hmm.
Uh-huh. That's my girl. Yeah.
So Jennifer's last section we did was Goddess Remembrance. So you have Pallas in Sagittarius and you have Persephone in Aries. So Pallas in Sag means you can read energy and truth like a second language. You help,
Ain't that the truth?
I
yeah, you help people,
Shayla just popped
you
in.
help people connect the dots they didn't even know existed.
Mm-hmm. Amen to that.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And with Persephone and Aries, you don't just survive the dark, you come out of it with fire and direction, and that's what makes your voice so powerful.
That is true. I don't know why I chose that for this life
Yeah.
because I'm tired, but it's the truth. It is what I've done.
So your shadow truth with these two placements are that people might expect you to stay in the light, but your power actually comes from the dark.
Interesting. I need to know more about that.
And then your gift reframe for this shadow is that you don't have to explain your evolution. Your life is proof. Your energy doesn't perform. It just is. Another theme.
Yep.
Yep.
Just being
It's all been very accurate so far.
Yeah.
wild.
I do want to look into like that power in the dark because it resonates. I'm just curious about how it shows up or
So
like
that is going to be through Persephone. Let me look up the origin of that asteroid for you. Persephone is the underworld queen. She walks both worlds, light and shadow, and rebirths through both.
that makes sense. Yeah, I feel like I'm in labor right now.
Yeah, it probably is exhausting. I definitely had some of her in my chart for sure, so I can relate.
I feel that like life, death, like I'm very comfortable with the concept of life and death and going back and forth between the two and just having it be part of the cycle, which is why I wanted to be a death doula.
Well, you also have Hecate
So
as well,
it's
and she's also like an underworld goddess. She's the goddess of
mhm,
witches and rebirth and like intense transformations.
that makes sense.
No
Fascinating. Thank you so
problem.
much. That was
You are
very
very
helpful.
welcome. Okay, are you guys ready to dig into Jana's? I looked at feminine archetypes, guardian and angelic asteroids, and money codes.
Love it.
Yes. So I thought it was interesting because you were talking about how you're a manifester, and it's feels more masculine. But you actually surprisingly have a lot of feminine archetype themes, which shows why you're so
Bring 'em
drawn to
on.
that energy, you know? So, you have Ceres in Sagittarius, you have Pallas in Scorpio, you have Juno in Sagittarius, Vesta in Gemini, and Hera in Virgo.
We have a lot.
So you have a lot. So some truths from these are with Ceres and Juno and Sagittarius, you're not here to nurture in the traditional way. You expand through people's truth even when it's uncomfortable. You have Pallas in Scorpio. It makes you a deep, intuitive strategist. You can feel what's underneath even when no one says it. Vesta in Gemini says you thrive when your energy is protected, clear, and respected. You're here to be in sacred connection, not distraction. And then you have Hera in Virgo. It shows that you've carried loyalty heavy, maybe even when it wasn't returned.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So your shadow here is you've probably been seen as too much or too strong when you were just being direct, protective, and wise, and there may have been guilt around needing space or not being soft all the time.
Yes.
Wow.
You just summed up my marriage.
Yeah.
Well, I was under the microscope for 25 years. And also today would have been 31 years. Happy anniversary to me.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's insane. So
Yeah.
your gift reframe for the shadow is that you don't have to over-explain your boundaries anymore. You honor the feminine by not abandoning yourself in the name of being nice. I
Yep.
feel like this aligns perfectly with permission to be.
Look at Jennifer's face. Look at her just grinning over there. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, it is permission to be.
Yeah, so you lead with presence, Jana, and it lands. So,
Woo! Got chills. That was awesome. Yep. Very much
yeah.
so.
Jana's guardian and angelic asteroids is what we're going to look at next.
Okay.
So you have Michael in Taurus, Rafaela in Sagittarius, Gabriella in Aries, and Angel in Leo. So
Ooh.
Michael in Taurus gives you natural energetic boundaries. People either feel safe or called out in your presence, and both are medicine.
Shaylee just sniffed me over there.
So you have Rafaela in Sag, and that means your healing gift is truth. You don't coddle, you liberate.
Yep. Yep. And I love that it's Rafaela because my very first kiss and like whatever was Raphael. And I was like, ooh, I love the name
Rough.
Raphael. Sounds like a vampire name, you know, from
Yeah, mysterious.
one of my books. Yeah.
Okay, and then eight. Oh, you have Gabriella in Aries, and that is bold expression. Your words shift people because they come from soul, not from script.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
And then Angel in Leo says you radiate light and leadership even when you're not trying to.
Aww. I love that.
So your shadow
Thanks.
here, sorry, Jana.
No, you're
Your
good.
shadow here is you may have felt responsible for holding it all together, like protection had to come through performance, strength, or getting it right.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
So your gift reframe is that you are divinely supported. and you don't have to carry everything to protect everyone. Your presence alone is sacred intervention. Wow.
Jennifer's face. She's trying to hide it behind her hand. She just grinned literally this big, like the Cheshire cat. What? What, Jennifer?
It would have been crazy to hear this like 10, 15 years ago and then like to hear it now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and that was the big release that happened in Kansas City.
That's what I was laughing about. I was like all of those words were at one point in conversation throughout
Yeah.
the whole time.
That's what I'm saying. Like what, Jennifer? Did you tell her what we said in the car? Do you know why she had me in puddles of tears in my neck hole? Only 2 people have been
was
able to make me
medicine.
cry that hard, and it's her and Nesto.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Powerful stuff.
And my lovey, but for different reasons. But yeah. Ooh, yeah. I love my soul people that just my soul tribe that have carried me through. Holy moly. Yeah, that's
That hits.
feels good to not be carrying that anymore.
And then I got a little insights into the money codes. So you have Abundantania in Virgo, Fortuna in Scorpio, and Gold in Aquarius. So in a nutshell, you're not chasing money, you're creating safety. When your nervous system feels secure, your energy becomes magnetic. And wealth for you starts as peace.
Mm-hmm.
That is so fucking accurate. Holy shit.
So when we're fighting those fears,
I mean, that's
when
your
we're fighting those
signature.
shadows and those fears, you just know, like, once you can work through that and keep yourself safe and protected.
Yeah.
Just your signature is peace. So of course that's where
Yeah.
you're the most energetically, drawing abundance is when you're in that energy, because that's your true self. That's your signature.
And that's what I felt today when I was out on the beach. Just
So you have Abundantia, and she was the Roman goddess of wealth and flow. She pours coins from her cornucopia, representing divine provision and the energetic frequency of receiving.
wow.
You have Fortuna. She's the goddess of fate and fortune. Fortuna spins the wheel of destiny. She teaches how to ride the chaos of luck and timing with grace.
Did I just say that?
And then gold is a symbol of radiant value. Gold represents divine worth, brilliance, and owning your inner light, especially when you've been taught to dim it.
Huh. Jeez, these things are really good. They're really, you know me or something.
Yeah. Read you like a book.
Wow.
Literally.
Yeah. Damn.
It's crazy.
Wow. I love it. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome.
And thanks for narrowing it down.
There is
Here's
so
5. You picked it
much
up.
more, Jana. If you want help with it, like, I will.
Yes,
I
most
will help
definitely do.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely do. Sign me
Yeah.
up, please.
Okay, guys. So for Shaylee's, we did Rebel and Revolution asteroids. We did Guardian and Angelic asteroids, and we did Money asteroids. So Shaylee, for your Rebel and Revolution asteroids, you have Prometheus in Virgo, Turo in Aquarius, Eris in Aries, Medusa in Taurus, Themis in Scorpio. You got a lot of rebel in you, girlfriend. Whole lot of rebel.
Wait, let me pipe in unmuted now. No shit.
I know,
No
and
shit.
Jana always says that from your childhood. You were a rebel.
Mm-hmm.
That's so funny.
So, hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so truth from these placements is that you were never meant to follow the rules. You were born to rewrite them. Prometheus
Yes.
in Virgo gives you the power to challenge structure with precision. Your rebellion isn't loud for the sake of noise, it's strategic, sacred, and healing.
Yeah.
That
That's
reminds me
so
of a story I
crazy.
heard about you today from you.
I'm just out here with my
Yeah,
sniper sniping
literally.
people.
This,
Sniping systems. Yeah. I'm the guy shooting like the darts of tranquilizer, like
yeah, literally. Oh my God.
Little Susie Homemaker, Annie Oakley, chopping down wood, saving snakes. Just
oh, you saw that?
yeah.
Oh, that was the first time a snake got in the pool. I was so excited to save it, or to save it. I should have looked at the meaning.
Mm.
Listen, she has saved wild birds and all kinds of things. Bunnies. This child
Well, Shaylee,
that's an adult now.
I don't think we pulled any of these for you, but um you saw a snake today, and so Medusa is in Taurus. She's the one with the snake head. And then
Yes.
also snakes sometimes come if you have any Hecate like heavy in your chart. Snakes are for like protection and transformation and rebirths and things like that. So could mean a lot of really good things.
Yeah, even thinking about the last
And
time I
divine
saw a
feminine
snake,
too, right?
it was like,
Yeah.
yeah, oh my God. And it's the year of the snake too.
Yes, it is. I was just talking about that
It's
last
your
night.
year.
In my pool. I was like, swoop. And it listened to me. I said, okay, get in here, we're gonna get out. And it literally swam right into the net. And then yeah, we worked together.
So Medusa in Taurus says the way you embody beauty, rage, and truth challenges old narratives. You turn shame into power. Eris in Aries reveals your fire. When something's unjust, you feel it in your bones. You're wired to protect what's real.
Yes.
Themis,
If that ain't showing.
sorry guys, I get excited. I don't mean to cut y'all
No. No, I love it.
Themis in Scorpio shows your soul remembers karmic contracts and collective truths. Your sense of justice is ancient. Justice, law.
I think you know, it's all puzzle piecing together.
Sense of justice
Yeah.
is
That,
ancient. So your shadows here with these placements, you may have been judged or even punished for being too much, too opinionated, or too loud. You've likely felt the wound of being silenced or told your vision was dangerous.
Too fast, too
Too fast,
furious.
too furious.
mhm. Oh my God. That's
Mm-hmm.
wild. That explains why I feel the way that I've been feeling around
Mm-hmm.
injustice.
Yeah,
Like, I feel in my body this is bigger than me.
You feel it in your bones.
it runs. It runs
Mm-hmm.
strong.
So
Most
your gift to
definitely.
reframe this, you do not exist to make others comfortable. You're a mirror and a fire starter. What you shake up, you also help rebuild.
Wow.
Confirmation, honey.
Such
Mm-hmm.
confirmation for what's going on. Wow. Such confirmation.
Yeah, well,
That
if that
was.
wasn't enough confirmation, here's this.
But wait, there's more.
You are the revolution and the remedy. The deeper you trust your instincts, the more you lead others into truth.
Mm,
You're the revolution and the remedy.
wow.
I love that.
Shake things up a bit.
We're doing this.
What's that song, The Remedy? It's like a fun little song, right? Anyway,
I
okay.
don't know
I
it.
don't know.
I don't either.
I'll find it.
Okay,
I love
so
it.
your next
Oh.
category, Shaylee, is guardian and angelic asteroids. So your key asteroids here, you have Angel in Capricorn, Gabriella in Gemini, Rafaela in Cancer, and Michelangelo in Capricorn.
Yeah,
You've got a lot of
too.
guardian, a lot of angels.
Mm-hmm.
Your chart truth is Angel in Capricorn means your grounded presence brings order and calm. You don't just dream of better, you build it. That feels very aligned to the compliment earlier about your energy.
Yeah.
Gabriella in Gemini gives you a voice that carries. When you speak, people listen because your words hold divine direction.
Mm-hmm.
Michelangelo in Capricorn says you're an architect of truth. Your work is guided, protected, and bigger than you.
Just take the words right out of my mouth, don't you?
Yeah.
Rafaela in Cancer makes your emotional care a balm. You restore people not just with empathy, but with wise clarity.
If they allow it.
Yeah, always.
Mm-hmm.
Your shadows here from these placements mean you might have felt pressure to be the strong one or defaulted to staying composed even when you needed support.
Yeah. What did I say? What did I say earlier?
Just
Don't make me cry.
don't touch me. Don't look at me. Don't kiss me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That one, I felt that one. Your gift reframe for this shadow is that you're allowed to be held too, and divine support isn't just something you offer, it's something you're constantly surrounded by. Jana,
Oh, I feel that.
you were talking about that
Mm-hmm.
earlier. Mhm.
Yeah.
So you are a guardian of sacred space and a channel of divine instruction. You don't have to try, it's just who you are.
I love that.
Beautiful.
We're all some protected ass bitches.
Yeah, we are.
All of us.
Uh-huh.
All right. Your money asteroids.
Yay.
You have Abundantia in Virgo, Midas in Taurus, Gold in Cancer, and Bounty in Aquarius. You're loaded up, sister.
I
Yeah.
got a lot.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm a
so
witch.
your chart truth, Abundantia in Virgo, shows you attract wealth through service, discernment, and integrity. Your gifts are meant to work and they're valuable.
Amen, amen, amen.
Midas and Taurus suggest that stability and security will always be important, but they don't come from chasing. They come from choosing aligned paths.
I have seen that.
Golden Cancer says emotional wealth matters more than anything. You seek abundance that feels like home. Emotional wealth matters more than anything. You seek abundance that feels like home.
Yeah.
So your shadow here with these
I mean,
placements are that you may have internalized scarcity patterns, especially around worthiness. Sometimes you hesitate to ask for more even when you've earned it tenfold.
that is something I struggle with.
So your gift reframe for the shadow is that you were born to create wealth that supports freedom, not just for you, but for the people you love. Your success is sacred, not selfish.
Yep.
So you're not chasing
when the,
paper.
what was it, the
What'd you
tide
say?
rise? Oh, I was gonna say when the ocean or what is it, the tide rises, all the ships rise.
Yeah.
We're all
Hell
making
yeah.
money.
That's right, baby.
So you're not chasing
Yep.
paper, you're claiming power, and every time you receive in full alignment, you help others believe it's possible for them too.
Love that. I'm about to show everyone it's possible.
Yeah. I love what she said to me on my last days in Kansas City. She's like, just think about if you hadn't have been able to, support me through this, I wouldn't be where I am right now, and we wouldn't be doing what we're doing right now, and I wouldn't be. I mean, just like how it all just like. So I very much feel that alignment there, where this is yes,
Well, and even just like thinking back to like whenever mommy would first start telling me that you were wanting to do this and like and then wanting to do retreats and like I just felt so called to help because I felt like there was so many things I could help you with that you needed help on, but I wasn't able to. And so
yeah,
it just all worked out so perfectly. And obviously it's like, it seemed like it was delayed in that moment, but then it all ended up
yeah,
unfolding the way that it did. And it just perfectly like timed with like everything.
yeah. Well, and even Nesto said, whenever I was like, okay, like how invested should I go? And he's like, all in. This is what we're doing. We're going all in. And I said, okay. So thank your uncle. Because he helped confirm that when I was like, okay, I think this is what we're supposed to do. So yeah, this is also
But yeah,
beautiful.
the timing of everything and how it works. And it's just so perfectly timed
Yeah.
and for like the grand scheme of things and
Yep.
like divine timing, there's just like no
Yeah.
denying it and just surrendering to that with putting in the work where it's supposed to go, but surrendering to that has just been like a cheat code in itself.
Yeah. For sure.
Well, I feel from this last part that we talked about too, like anything for you, Shaylee, that helps you like claim power and when you fully like receive the power that's in your alignment, like it made me think about like I started envisioning you as like an attorney or working in law, doing something fighting for somebody's power, you know what I mean? And like you're showing them like I got you, like watch this, like you know what I mean? Or even if we like
Yeah.
shifted into a whole different perspective, like I could see you doing like being really successful. You've been helping your mom with her brand. You know what I mean? Like helping people with their brands and like putting your energy and power into their brands. Like that could be really successful for you.
That's what she's
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
her.
using my power to help others gain
Hmm.
their power
Yeah.
or like see their power and how to
Yeah.
implement it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What's your consulting called again?
Empowerment strategies.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Alignment.
That's
Hello.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That was like the first thing she did on this liberation tour. Was like got
Yeah, I started an LLC and named it Empowerment Strategies, and that's who permission to be hired.
yep, sure did.
That's so
Thanks,
crazy. I
guys.
didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Wild.
Thank you so much for doing that,
You are
Tristan.
so welcome, you guys. I had a lot of fun. This has been really fun. This stuff lights me up. So basically just to kind of like wrap it up here, the planets are going to tell part of your story, but we can use asteroids in our healing journey to show the parts of you that have maybe been silenced, scattered, or just kind of get lost in the shadows, right? So, I don't think any of it is about like putting labels on anything or like, you know, people shouldn't get stuck in the shadows and things like that. It's like you can learn about this stuff, but if like you're not ready to like truly face the things and move forward. Like I guess it starts with self-awareness, but you're kind of going to get stuck if you just start identifying with all of your shadows and all the trauma. So like I think it's also important that like, you know, if anybody hasn't gone down these rabbit holes or isn't like truly there yet, like start with your planets. That's what I did, is like understand, you know, the big picture first, get comfortable with that. And then when you feel ready to like dive into the shadows and, you know, like you'll know, it'll feel normal. You'll feel called to like dig into it. But I think I never knew that this existed until this year. So,
Wow.
you know, it was just a whole nother world of astrology for me. And like I said earlier, like I just started with bite-sized pieces, and then slowly I would just revisit it and like revisit it and revisit it. And I feel like I'm more connected to you guys now too, because I feel
Oh,
like you know, it's like I've kind of always had these knowings about you all too, but it's just like confirms, you know, confirms everything. And
yeah.
then it's I think it's a really, you know, I don't know the right word to use, but it feels like, you know, it's like a blessing, and I'm honored that we get to share that, the understanding of each other. That's what creates sacred sisterhood, when you all
Yes.
know each
Yeah.
other
Well,
truly,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So thanks, guys.
When we're not afraid to
Thank
fall
you.
apart together, that's pure safety right there.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Fucking love you, girls. Love
love you
you,
guys.
goddesses.
I know,
Love
I'm
you
like, I need to
guys.
Just say
stop
fucking
saying
two
you
more times.
guys. It doesn't even sit right with me anymore. And that's a habit that I've always said, hey guys, hey guys, hey guys. But I'm like, when I'm talking to you
Yeah.
guys, you know what I mean? Like when I'm talking to y'all,
Yeah.
you're not, you
Newlands.
guys is not good enough. It doesn't feel good enough.
Right. Yeah.
I need to find a
Enough.
different way to address the group.
Yeah.
That
Hey,
goddesses.
goddesses.
Yeah. Goddesses. Yeah, that's
That
right.
goddesses.
Yeah.
I had to learn that for class too, because in class I kept saying you guys, but it's a whole classroom
Yeah.
of women. And so I started saying goddesses or
Yeah,
ladies,
I'm gonna
What are
work
you
on that.
doing?
either one.
Tristan, which one of your asteroids were you most drawn to?
Oh my gosh. Well, right now in this period, the most recent one that I like got really stuck on was um like Hecate and witch wounds and past life stuff. That like brought me a lot of clarity around my anxieties and like fears, like the underlying stuff. So it's helping me move through them and be more aware about my anxieties, because a lot of times you don't know what's causing it or where it's coming from. So when you're able to narrow it down in that way, it's like, damn.
That's
Yeah.
that's cool. And that was which ones? Your witch
Witch
wounds?
wounds. What else? Let's see. Hold on, I have it in my notes. Let me pull it up. But you know, I don't, I go balls to the walls with mine. I'm like, show me more. I want to know everything.
Can you send us the like is there a document with all this on there so I can like save it in my little witchy notes?
Yeah. Yeah, I can send you all the I can send you guys your owns. I have your owns on why? What's your owns?
Your orange one?
That's what
I
Kaio
have each of
says.
yours on
I
a
want my
doc, on a Google Doc. Let
owns.
me send those to you guys.
Okay, yeah. That'd be great because I definitely want to save that.
I know, Jennifer.
I gotta go to bed. I'm so tired. I'm
I
dying
got
over
5%
here.
left, man.
We
We
did it,
did it.
guys. That was, I think, our longest
Yay.
episode,
Yay.
but we got 3 segments
It
at
is so
least.
good. Yeah, I love that.
Yay.
So exciting. Who said that?